From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And welcome. If the sum and the substance of Congress Lok Sabha leader Adhir Ranjan's speech today in Parliament is that his leader is no longer a pappu and that his leader has now at the age of 54 outgrown the pappu image, then it says it all. For the last 2 months, the Lutyens media has had an insane, excitable campaign that Rahul Gandhi is no longer in the pappu brand in terms of persona. Now, that's a subjective issue. I don't want to comment on it. But they're so excited that that prospect of finally sort of rebranding this 54-year-old is making these Lutyenswalas very excited. Good for them. Good for them. But I think whether he's pre-pappu or post-pappu doesn't matter. For Rahul Gandhi continues to be the greatest single arsenal in the BJP's armor. His dud speech yesterday, a dud speech. His advocacy of a controversial company, GVK, in Parliament yesterday, his blank stares today. His childish behavior in Parliament so far, this session just says it all. He is just great for the BJP. So long as the BJP has him in any position, in the opposition, they are through in 2024, viewers. They are through. Besides, of late, Rahul Gandhi also seems to be coming across as not just shallow and impetuous, but also very strangely a bitter kind of guy, negative. And this negativity is also a massive arrow in the BJP's armor. Negative campaigns against the BJP help the party. Burning RSS khaki shorts in a hate campaign on Twitter authored by Rahul Gandhi helped the BJP, helped the RSS. Negative campaigns against Hinduism by telling top Congress leader Shivraj Patil to announce that the Bhagavad Gita's essence is the spirit of jihad. This kind of negativity against Hinduism helps the BJP. Negativity on the economy with a hard-selling Raghuram Rajan, who allowed the biggest and worst NPAs in public sector banks when he was RBI chief, now saying there is, quote-unquote, a palpable economic crisis brewing in India. Is he out of his mind? This kind of negativity by Congis like Raghuram Rajan helped the BJP. Negativity on the G20 with the China-loving Jairam Ramesh calling it a high-voltage drama. This too helps Modi. Negativity on Savarkar, calling the national icon a traitor. Negativity on the army with a 54-year-old child saying that Jawans peete ja rahe hain. Negativity on leaders with humble origins like Yogi, with the entitled Rahul abusing him, calling him a common thug. This not just helps Yogi, it helps the BJP. And the reason should have been obvious, but it won't for these people. The reason should have been obvious. A reason Arvind Kejriwal, being more tactful, has begun to understand, but Rahul, being immature, doesn't. That India as a country is in a positive mood. We're not a negative country. We are growing, we are ambitious, we are hungry, we are passionate, We are risk takers, we are opportunity seekers, we are aspirational, we are futuristic, and we are going to work as hard as we can and need to take our destiny and the destiny of our nation forward, and that we believe that we will be a developed nation by 2030. And we don't need this disgruntled and bitter political failure to tell us that, oh my God, we are all going to collapse. The positivity in the nation is the exact opposite of the bitterness in the Vadra camp. And that is why I believe that the more the negativity, the more it will help the BJP, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why Rahul Gandhi is the best thing ever for the BJP. And that's debate number 1 tonight, viewers. I'll show you clips of what the Prime Minister said in Parliament. The sum and substance is this. Ladies and gentlemen, the negativity brigade is helping the BJP. And at 10 o'clock this evening, the issueless opposition will talk about that. We have a special guest coming in at 10 o'clock this evening. Salvatore's perspective on Adani, I'm looking forward to that. And followed by a big debate on what I think has been a bit of a conspiracy against the country that's been going on, not only in the case of Adani, not Adani, but overall. We'll talk about that, we'll connect the dots, and here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight. Prime Minister gives it back, calls out the ecosystem that failed in its mission.
निराशा भी ऐसे नहीं आई, इसके पीछे कारण है। एक तो जनता का हुक्म, लेकिन साथ साथ जो अंतर मन में पड़ी हुई चीज है, चैन से सोने नहीं देती है।
As the Congress overdone negativity, now the Prime Minister shows them the mirror in Parliament.
कि आप जितना चाहो राहुल गांधी को पप्पू बनाने की, राहुल गांधी जी खुद आपको पप्पू बना दिया।
His managers worked overtime to rebrand him. Rahul now finds himself in a massive GVK mess as his managers say he's no longer a pappu. They insist he's no longer a pappu. Rahul looks totally clueless as the Prime Minister goes all guns blazing in Parliament. Is he still the BJP's biggest boon? As the Adani issue evaporates, the opposition is empty-handed with no issue left ahead of the 2024 fight.
So, all I can say is I will call an apple, I will not call an apple an orange. Like I've said that an apple is called an apple, I will call a spade, not a lawnmower.
And after using despicable Hindi abuse in the floor of Parliament, Mahua Maitra says she's done the right thing. In 84 minutes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi completely demolished the negative politics of the opposition. Here are clips of his power pack speech.
ये कह के हम दिल को बहला रहे हैं, वो अब चल चुके हैं, वो अब चल चुके हैं, वो अब आ रहे हैं। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, निराशा में डूबे हुए कुछ लोग इस देश की प्रगति को स्वीकार ही नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। उन्हें भारत के लोगों की उपलब्धियां नहीं दिखती। अरे 140 करोड़ देशवासियों के पुरुषार्थ और प्रयास का परिणाम है, जिसके कारण आज दुनिया में डंका बजना शुरू हुआ है। उन्हें भारत के लोगों के पुरुषार्थ और परिश्रम से प्राप्त उपलब्धियां उनको नजर नहीं आ रही हैं। काका हाथरसे ने कहा था, आगा पीछा देखकर क्यों होते गमगीन, जैसी जिसकी भावना वैसा दिखे सीन। आखिर ये निराशा भी ऐसे नहीं आई, इसके पीछे कारण है। एक तो जनता का हुक्म, बार बार हुक्म, लेकिन साथ साथ इस निराशा के पीछे जो अंतर मन में पड़ी हुई चीज है, जो चैन से सोने नहीं देती है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, जब एलओसी एलएसी भारत के सामर्थ्य की ताकत का अवसर रहता था, उस समय डिफेंस डील को लेकर के हेलीकॉप्टर घोटाले और सत्ता को कंट्रोल करने वाले लोगों के नाम उसमें चिन्हित हो गए। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, जब देश के लिए जरूरत थी और निराशा के मूल में ये चीजें पड़ी हुई है, सब उभर करके आ रहा है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, इस बात को हिंदुस्तान हर पल याद रखेगा कि 2014 के पहले का जो दशक था, तो लॉस्ट डेकेड के रूप में जाना जाएगा। और इस बात को इनकार नहीं कर सकते कि 2030 का जो दशक है, ये इंडिया डेकेड है। 9 साल आलोचना ने आरोपों में गंवा दिए जिन्होंने, और हाल ये चुनाव हार जाओ, ईवीएम खराब, दे दो गाली। चुनाव हार जाओ, चुनाव आयोग को गाली दे दो। क्या तरीका है? अगर कोर्ट में फैसला पक्ष में नहीं आया तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट को गाली दो, उसकी आलोचना कर दो। अगर भ्रष्टाचार की जांच हो रही है तो जांच एजेंसियों को गाली दो। अगर सेना पराक्रम करे, सेना अपना शौर्य दिखाए और वो नैरेटिव देश के जन जन के अंदर एक नया विश्वास पैदा करे, तो सेना की आलोचना करो, सेना को गाली दो। पिछले 9 साल हमने देखा है, कुछ लोगों की बैंक्रप्सी को देखा है कि कंस्ट्रक्टिव क्रिटिसिज्म की जगह कंपल्सिव क्रिटिक्स ने ले ली है, और ये कंपल्सिव क्रिटिक्स इसी में डूबे हुए हैं, खोए हुए हैं। बीते वर्षों में हार्वर्ड में एक बहुत बढ़िया स्टडी हुई, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टडी है द राइज एंड डिक्लाइन ऑफ इंडियाज कांग्रेस पार्टी। ये स्टडी हो चुका है और मुझे विश्वास है अध्यक्ष, मुझे विश्वास है भविष्य में कांग्रेस की बर्बादी पर सिर्फ हार्वर्ड नहीं, बड़े बड़े विश्वविद्यालयों में अध्ययन होना ही होना है, और डुबाने वाले लोगों पर भी होने वाला है। उनको लगता है कि मोदी को गाली देकर के ही हमारा रास्ता निकलेगा, मोदी पर झूठे अनाप शनाप कीचड़ उछाल करके ही रास्ता निकलेगा। अब 22 साल बीत गए, वो गलतफहमी पाल करके बैठे हुए हैं। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, मोदी पे भरोसा अखबार की सुर्खियों से पैदा नहीं हुआ, मोदी पे ये भरोसा टीवी पर चमकते चेहरों से नहीं हुआ है। जीवन खपा दिया है, पल पल खपा दिए हैं, देश के लोगों के लिए खपा दिए हैं, देश के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए खपा दिए हैं। जो देशवासियों का मोदी पर भरोसा है, ये इनकी समझ के दायरे से बाहर है और समझ के दायरे से भी काफी ऊपर है। तुम्हारे पांव के नीचे, तुम्हारे पांव के नीचे कोई जमीन नहीं, तुम्हारे पांव के नीचे कोई जमीन नहीं। कमाल ये है कि फिर भी तुम्हें यकीन नहीं।
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, स्मिता प्रकाश, प्रतीक सोम, अभिजीत अय्यर मित्रा, Lavu Shri Krishna Devaralayu of the YSRCP from the Lok Sabha, Riju Datta of the Trinamool, and Revelu Sridhar Reddy of the BRS, which walked out at that part of parliament. My first question is to Hardeep Singh Kingra of the Congress party. Hardeep Singh Kingra ji कुछ पॉजिटिव करते क्यों नहीं? किंगरा जी कुछ पॉजिटिव सोचते क्यों नहीं?
अर्नब,
किंगरा जी, रिजू दत्ता जी कुछ पॉजिटिव दिखाते क्यों नहीं? नहीं, यू सी द थिंग इज, मिला क्या? मिला क्या? क्या मिला? आप मुझे बताइए, आज क्या मिला? देखा पार्लियामेंट में क्या हुआ? आपके लीडर वहां पे बैठे हुए थे, परेशान हुए, तो टोटली ब्लैंक एक्सप्रेशन ऑन हिज फेस. आई मीन, यू शुड हैव सीन द एक्सप्रेशन ऑन हिज फेस. आई मीन, इट्स समथिंग टू टॉक अबाउट, राइट? How long will you continue this, this negative campaign and all these things? Mr. Kingra, please.
अर्नब
जी बोलिए.
अर्नब, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर स्पीच, द स्पीच ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, हिज एक्सीलेंसी, इज रिटन बाय द गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स. दिस स्पीच is cleared by the cabinet, and that is what the president of India speaks in the parliament. So it is all government written speech which is just read by the president of India. I am a witness to it because we used to draft these speeches. Now number 2 I come. जैसी जिसकी आस था वैसा उसको दिसे सीन. तो जैसी ही प्रधानमंत्री जी की आस्था है उनको वही दिखाई देता है 2004 से 14 तक. जैसी उनकी आस्था है, उनकी आस्था में भारत की तरक्की दिखाई नहीं देती. भारत ने किस समय एटम बम बनाया, भारत ने किस समय आईआईटी बनाई, भारत ने किस समय आईआईएम बनाया, भारत ने किस समय देश में से भूखमरी निकाली. ये जैसी जिसकी आस्था वैसा उसको दिखता सीन. ये प्रधानमंत्री की जो कहावत है ये बड़ा उसके ऊपर ढुकती है. इट इज अ वेरी सुटेबली applicable to all people, those who think that India has not progressed. India has progressed a lot over the 75 years. Only it has not progressed only in 14 years or 8 years. It is, one must understand, it is a big nation which was built brick by brick.
But
it was not discovered, it was invented.
आपको inferiority complex है क्या? Do you have an inferiority complex?
No, there is no inferiority complex. No, it is not there.
Or a guilty conscience or something like that.
Inferiority complex was visible in the parliament. Who was suffering from that inferiority complex? It was visible in the parliament. So जैसी जिसकी आस्था वैसा दिखता सीन. जैसी जिसकी आस्था, हमारी आस्था जैसी है, हमने देश को बनाया है, आजाद करवाया, उसके बाद बनाया है, बाखड़ा डैम बनाया है, आत्मनिर्भर किया है खाद्य पदार्थ में. जो आज बेच रहे हैं वो किसने बनाया है? जिसको आज मोनेटाइज कर रहे हैं वो कहां से लाए थे? ये सारी चीजें देखने वाली है अर्नब गोस्वामी जी. आप एक शीशा पहन के देखिए, जो आज बेच रहे हो वो आया कहां से है? ये सारी चीजें देखने वाली हैं.
कौन क्या बेच रहा है? आप लोग कैसे, आप कांग्रेस वालों का हो क्या गया है? Have you lost it? कौन क्या बेच रहा है? सुधांशु त्रिवेदी जी, कौन क्या? आपको बताओ, आप जब तक है ना तो बीजेपी तो पावर में आएगी. आपके लीडर क्या बोलते हैं? हमारे नेता पप्पू नहीं है. ये कोई नेशनल इशू है? आप अपने पार्टी के अंदर बात कीजिए कि आपके लीडर पप्पू है कि नहीं है, कि थे कि होंगे. ये कोई पार्लियामेंट में खड़े होके बोलने वाली बात है कि हमारे लीडर पप्पू नहीं है? किसने कहा कि आपके लीडर पप्पू है पार्लियामेंट में? आपको अपनी प्रॉब्लम है।
पार्लियामेंट में खड़े
अच्छा नहीं है तो कांग्रेचुलेशन, नहीं है, थे तो मैं क्या करूं?
ऐसा भाषण देना भी।
I mean, anyway, now Sudhanshu Trivedi is on the debate. This is crazy, viewers. I think there's been too much negativity. Sudhanshu Trivedi is on the debate. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
There is no negativity at all, Arnab.
First, I would like to say that Home Minister Sri Amit Shah ji has upheld the dignity that any member of parliament cannot be said Pappu. But unfortunately, the Congress leader of the opposition in his statement has admitted that even Congress party was admitting at one point of time that Sri Rahul Gandhi ji is a Pappu. The unfortunate part is that 138 years old party in its entire history has seen the instances in which their leadership was considered as a hero among the people and their leadership was considered as villain in the people, but it was never considered as a matter of ridicule, which has become in the last several years. So I think this is the biggest crisis which the Congress party is facing. As far as our Congress representative is saying that the country has developed, yes, of course, sir, we have developed, but in comparison of what? In comparison of the divided Germany in 1945, where we were standing and where they were standing. The devastated Japan was far ahead than us. From a smaller country like Israel, which was created in 48, to the bigger country like China, we were standing nowhere. After BJP government came into power, from 10th to 5th, we have become. But I would like to say on the today's topic, Arnab, the problem with Congress party is they are having a tendency of witnessing fault in every organization, from EVM to Election Commission, from the COVID vaccine, which was created by the scientists. They were saying it is not possible. And from there to the army chief, whether it is Director General Military Operation or the Air Force Chief, whether it is CBI or ED, or whether it is any institution of the country, whether it is the judiciary, whether it is the media. अरे भाई आपके लिए तो वो लाइन लागू होती है जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बोला है, उसको मैं थोड़ा आगे डेवलप करके कहना चाहता हूं। आपको किसी पे होता है यकीन नहीं, इसीलिए तो आपके पैरों के नीचे आज जमीन नहीं। Otherwise, with due humility, I would like to ask our representative from Congress party, can he name a single institution on which they have not put allegation during the last 8 or 9 years? I want an answer.
Before he responds, I want to get in the Member of Parliament of the YSRCP, Mr. Lavu Shri Krishna Devarale, because he's got to go in a while, I'm told. Now, from where you are, as an MP of the YSRCP, how do you view the developments today, you know? And don't you feel, I mean, negativity does not help. The country is not in a negative frame of mind. You know, the people are saying so on social media. There's been a little too much of it. Isn't it necessary for opposition parties to come together with some maybe alternative agenda, policy thinking, new thoughts on education, perhaps on healthcare, maybe new ways of working together to increase, you know, our economic clout globally, to contribute to the G20 story, because this negativity is only going to make you lose votes, I think. Lavu, what do you think?
Yeah, no election, Arnab, not only in the India, anywhere in the world, has won on a negative campaign. But looking from the other side, from a neutral angle, Rahul Gandhi is coming off from a huge yatra he has done. So after that, they had two issues that was they think it's in their advantage. One was the BBC documentary, and the other one was this with Adani. So they feel, Congress is feeling that they have the moment, they're getting a momentum as
where do
BJP was getting the momentum.
Where's the momentum?
2014. So they're
where
trying to play
is the
it out
momentum?
like that.
No, on what
They feel
on what basis? Because of 20
based on the yatra, based on the yatra and based on the
what yatra?
Based on the yatra and based on these two events that have happened in the last 10-15 days. So based on these two things,
event happened
from a neutral point of view,
what event happened in the last 10-15 days? Please specify. They said the LIC will collapse. Has it collapsed?
The one was the BBC documentary that that the controversy
BBC?
about that, and the second one was with respect to the Adani controversy.
So there you are.
That has erupted and which they
Oh,
feel
so-
is to their advantage.
Smita,
And they're trying to play it out.
No, that's your thinking.
Play it out in the
I
parliament.
I feel you ask anyone on the ground and they laugh at you. BBC documentary is going to help the Congress party come back. I mean, I don't know. Let the BBC float a political party and try to fight an election. I want Smita to come in on this. It's very Indian. No, it's
not.
I think
you're not running the Congress.
I think Lavo, I think Modi's come out stronger after this BBC documentary, after this attempt at sort of bringing down the country's economy using using Adani as a starting point. I think Modi's come out stronger. That's what my hashtag says. Smita.
BBC is inconsequential, and if any political party thinks that they can win even an RWA election, it's not. Yeah, it's not. I think you need to face facts that no political party should base its campaign or its agenda or its plans on a documentary made by the BBC. And if you think that could give muscle to any political party, you're really mistaken. I don't think it matters to people of India, regardless of what the BBC puts out. Whether today against the BJP or tomorrow against the Congress, it doesn't matter to the people of this country. So you're giving too much importance to a foreign media. The other thing which I just wanted to bring up is what you said, Arnab, in your monologue, when you talked about this whole negativity thing which Mr. Modi spoke about. And, he spoke about that basically Indians are optimistic by nature. They do not like being told Hai Tauba all the time, that the country is going to ruin, everything is over with you, there is no future for you if this government continues. See, they tolerate a person who gives negative thoughts or negative sentiments or conveys negativity for some time. But they don't like that. They don't want to accept that is their naseeb, that is their future. They want faith and hope to be given by their leaders. And I think even in times of drought and floods, you will see that the victims want from confidence to emanate from their leaders. And I don't know how that a leader like Rahul Gandhi, who has been traversing from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, did not see anybody bringing in that faith, did not see aspirational India at all. I don't know who he met in these months that he has been walking, that he only saw depression and dejection. I don't understand, because when Mr. Modi says that he has learnt this in the years that he has been spending with the people of this country, I mean, he equated the growth story. Why was he working? I just bring in this one example of this Narmada waters. When he says that until I brought that water to the people of Narmada, those who lived in that area, the drought area, until that water came, you could keep telling people that, I've done this, I've done that. But if you don't bring water, you don't bring chula, you don't bring gas connection, how are you going to connect with the people? So unless you actually do something, walking is not going to achieve that. And through walking, if only he has seen Adani, I just don't understand. And it seems like that is going to be their leitmotif. That is going to be their slogan for the rest of 2023 and 2024.
My question is, whether this has any lessons for parties like the TMC and the BRS. See, the situation of the Congress today, Riju and Revolu, you please watch carefully the situation of the Congress party. Kahin ki nahi hai. They are nowhere. Because every time they open their mouth, they say India is going to collapse. Right? Have you learnt a lesson from it when you are opposition parties today, BRS, Trinamool Congress? What lesson do you learn? That maybe you need to have a different agenda? You need to compete, but this shallow Twitter, YouTube-ish negativity, abusing the army, saying we are going to lose Ladakh, abusing the economy, saying economy is going to collapse. Revolu, people are hating it. If I open the line today, Riju, लोगों को नफरत है इन चीजों से, इतनी नेगेटिविटी से लोगों को नफरत है. People don't like it. That's not the mood in the country, Diju. I said at my start today. What do you think?
Okay, thank you. See, I can't care less about what Mr. Rahul Gandhi or what the Congress is saying. I am not Congress. But I will say
But your
this,
leader,
TMC do not
who
want
abused
any
in parliament
disruption
has the
in
same
parliament.
line. Mahua Moitra is like an extension of Vadra Congress.
Can I please?
I don't know whether the abuse is of Vadra Congress style.
What Mahua Moitra?
Did she? No. Did she abuse on behalf of your party? She abused
What
individually,
Mahua Moitra
no?
says, let me finish.
But she abused.
Let me finish.
She used filthy abuse. I'm just placing it on record. Yeah.
Let me speak, please. What Mahua Moitra said on the floor of the parliament, whether it was on record or not on record, in her personal capacity.
Personal capacity? I'm sorry, how do you abuse in your personal capacity when in parliament?
Does not. One second, Arnab, can I ask you one question? I didn't want to go there, but a few months back on your debate, we had another debate where Hardeep Singh Puri abused Shantanu Sen, our MP, on the floor of the parliament. So
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I am really sorry. That is a spin Mahua Moitra is trying to give it. That is a spin Mahua Moitra is trying to give to protect herself. You shouldn't fall in for it because that's an astounding lie. But my question to you is this, Riju. Okay, let's go back to the issue. Mool mudda kya hai? Sudhanshu Trivedi is negativity, right, Abhijit?
Thank you.
Where will negativity take us? I say it will take us nowhere.
Can I come in now? Can I talk about this topic or not?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thank you. So coming to the topic and addressing the elephant in the room, I just want to say that Trinamool Congress does not want to disrupt the parliament. We want a debate. Now let me not go into whataboutery, let me not go into political rhetoric of sannyasis and all that. Let me just stick to facts. Adani Group was and all probably is a very respected business group in this country. We have nothing against them personally, but one short seller's report has made $100 billion get wiped out from his assets over 7 days. Fact. And in part of that $100 billion, LIC and SBI has invested around 60,000 crores, which is common people's money. Another fact. Our Trinamool Congress's point of view is only one thing. Please order, the Prime Minister, please order a Supreme Court monitored judicial independent probe into this entire thing. And that's that. If you have nothing to hide, if you're not scared or afraid of anything, just order that probe, and then the opposition won't have anything to talk about, or we won't have the power to fan this fire, and we will go to the Valentine's Day hugging cows like the order that has come out by the central government. Finished, end of story. So it is the BJP and it is the Prime Minister who's fanning the opposition fire, but not by not ordering the Supreme Court monitored probe. आपको कुछ छुपाना नहीं, आप प्रोब ऑर्डर कर दीजिए, खत्म हो गया. हम जा रहे हैं काउ हग करने, काउ हग डे सेलिब्रेट करने 14 फरवरी को. बात खत्म हो गया ना सर. Just order the probe and end this issue. That's all.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Now, there are certain facts which they should keep in mind when the government has made it very clear. The exposure of LIC to the Adani group is 1%. How you are trying to create a negative atmosphere कि पैसा डूब गया. Can you name a single investor जिसने पैसा मांगा और नहीं मिला हो, जिसकी LIC की टर्म कंप्लीट हो गई और उसको full payment ना मिला हो? Don't try to create a havoc out of a mound. Just that's why let me complete my sentence, sir. I would like to ask to our all gentlemen sitting on the opposite side of the debate. Can you name a single instance in the entire history of India in which a probe has been set up on the basis of a media report by one media? Can you quote a single instance in the entire world history in which the probe is set up on the issue of a single media story?
$100 billion
और अगर
got
इसको
wiped
करना
out.
है
Yes or no?
तो फिर मैं आपको गिताना चाहता हूं. अरे भाई, let me complete the sentence, sir. I am not disturbed. In share market or anything which is profit and loss is calculated at the end of the financial year. Even for the rate of inflation and rate of growth, it is calculated quarterly. Here you in 3 and 4 days you are drawing the conclusion. It shows that how much prejudiced you are. And I would like to ask one sentence. Do you know that the Hindenburg has been prohibited by the US state of justice for doing anything? And second thing, if you want to react on the report, I would like to quote. There is a magazine, Schweizer's Illustrated. which is in the November 91 issue, has said that Rajiv Gandhi is having 1.87 billion Swiss franc with a photo of the Rajiv Gandhi. Do you want a probe? The Volcker report in 2006, it is said that Congress party has got money from the Saddam Hussein. Do you want to have a probe? नहीं, अगर छपी छपाई बात करना
Sudhanshu ji, can I ask you a question, sir, please?
Yaveklana Albertus, which is a retired KGB chief,
Sir, मैं
has
आपसे
used
एक
the
सीधा सवाल
word
पूछना
such
चाहता हूं।
things about Sonia ji,
Sir, मैं
that she is
आपसे एक
agent.
सीधा
Do you
सवाल, आप
want to
भाग रहे
have
हैं सवालों
probe?
से।
अरे बताइए ना, फॉरेन में छपी
आप
किसकी चीज पे
सवालों से
probe
भाग
करेंगे?
रहे हैं, आपको
अरे
क्यों
I
गलती
want,
बड़ी
I
क्या
have
मतलब है? आप
given you
मेरे को
clear
जवाब
answer.
दीजिए ना, सर। सर मैं फैक्ट्स
अरे भाई मैं तो आपसे कह रहा हूँ एग्जाम्पल दीजिए ना, इन सब पे करेंगे प्रोब। बोलिए, ये तो मैं रिपोर्टें कोट कर रहा हूँ, आई एम नॉट कोटिंग ए
सर
स्टोरी।
हम आप पे सर
Riju, question here. Question from me, Riju. 1 minute. Question from me and 1 minute. Expanding the debate.
You are having
Expanding the debate. I can't hear him in the studio. Can I have two on the screen? 2 versus 2. Thank you very much. Sudhanshu, 1 minute. 1 minute. Just 1 minute, please.
Suddenly Sudhanshu ji got hyper.
Now, Sudhanshu, 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Just tell me one thing, Riju. Is it true that there are serious demands to investigate in the United States Hindenburg for economic fraud and back channel payoffs? Pratik, you heard the report? Pratik? Abhijit, you heard the report? I don't know if you heard it, Abhijit.
If you remember,
there are demands to, no, 1 minute. 1 minute. I remember everything, but I'm making a point, a very specific point. Can I have Abhijit and Pratik on the left to bring everyone into the debate, please? Riju, specific point tonight is, Abhijit and Pratik can elaborate on the fact, but my information is that in the United States there are numerous demands by very credible agencies to investigate Hindenburg for fraud, for non-disclosure of their investors and their particular motives. They are for not declaring who their real primary shareholders are, right? Right? And these calls, and also for back channel payments that have been made for hit jobs that they've done. So you expect no, Abhijit, you thought this measly little dubious setup will bring down the Indian economy and help you bring down Modi. You ought to be dreaming, man. No, respond to me. I'm making a counterpoint to you tonight. Abhijit, you got to come in right now.
Arnab, if you ask our viewers to go to the Hindenburg Research website, there is no listed office. There is no contact details. You have to fill in a blank form and they get in touch with you. There is no photo of who their CEO is, no who about us, the list of staff, the team, anything like that. There is absolutely nothing about this group available online. Nobody has heard of it till today. Apparently, they've done hit jobs in the past, number one. Number two, my question to Mr. Riju is very simple. You want an inquiry? Fantastic. Why don't you approach the Supreme Court? You're getting so triggered by the fact the government isn't opening up an inquiry. You approach the Supreme Court.
Correct. Yes, thank you. And my very humble reply.
No. You approach the Supreme Court. You approach the Supreme Court like you approach the Supreme Court in the BBC documentary case. Approach them. Then the Supreme Court, Pratik, will want to issue a notice to Hindenburg, but the Supreme Court will not be able to send a notice to Hindenburg because they have no known address, no investors, everything's shady about them.
Why are they getting so edgy when they know Hindenburg
when
will
I
be
can
called?
speak.
Arnab, you understand? They're carrying out
comment?
the tamasha knowing full well that they have an option to bring about the inquiry through the Supreme Court. They will not. Why?
Arnab, if you have to shout over me, let me know when I can speak.
Pratik.
See, Arnab, you have asked me a question, let me rebut to it. See, Arnab, when you work for the welfare of people, when you understand their problem, when you know the ground realities, then you raise their issues in the parliament and don't do the childish things like bringing the posters in the parliament. Other point, that since independence, we have seen the large business houses always having an affiliation of political parties, and as long as there is no quid pro quo, there is no harm in any kind of political affiliation. We have to understand that since independence, not only Adani, but Godrej, Tata, Ambani, and many others, they have prospered. What do opposition think? That these businesses have prospered in 5 years? No, it takes decades, it takes generations. And they have seen several governments. But businesses do not depend on only the political thing. As long as quid pro quo is not there is no harm in it. Other point, when the Supreme Court, please don't interrupt like.
Please understand that today's headlines, I want to read today's headlines.
Nobody will listen to facts here.
I'm giving you the headlines, the absolute facts today, Riju. Revolution Sridhar Reddy, shares of Adani Group firms all traded higher for a second session, rallied by over 20.4% today.
Good.
Banks are resilient. The RBI has, Shaktikant Das has put out the facts today. No, so my point is, inflation is predicted to fall, by the way.
Any bank report, any NPA, is there a non-performing asset?
Just a minute. Can I get Smita and Sudhanshu on the left, please? Smita and Sudhanshu on the left for a while.
Arnab, I was just waiting for a long time.
Yes, Mr. Reddy. Yeah, go on, Mr. Reddy. Go on.
Arnab, we never said India is over. We never wanted Adani to doom. We never wanted Adani Group to lose completely. Our concern, BRS party concern, is only the common man's interest and their money which is invested in LIC and any other public
so how is the
bank
you would therefore admit
if you are talking about wait a minute, Arnab.
So you would admit
negativity.
So you would admit today
the union government's inefficiency.
You would admit just before you move.
Modi is negativity. Then you are drawing a different.
We are not allowed to speak against Adani.
Definition to it. I want to make it clear.
Riju, I will absolutely allow you to speak against Adani, and at the same time also tell me how much and in how much time you are going to cancel your contract with the Adani Group, for which your leader Mamata Banerjee has been putting out the red carpet since October. You want me to put out a picture of Mamata Banerjee's meeting with Adani?
Make it very clear.
Do you want me to do that? Okay, I will.
The Prime Minister's speech.
Now can I speak?
Arnab, can you
Okay, you both decide first. No, I was letting you speak, but Riju's disturbing me. Riju, after him you come in. No. Let the BRS speak first.
Is Prime Minister Modi
allow me to speak
after he been convicted?
Allow me to speak. If negativity is only questioning Narendra Modi's government, then it is negativity. I want to tell you, today's Narendra Modi's speech
is
very regular, routine, disappointing, monotonous, and completely Atmastuti and Parninda. There is nothing in it. The entire country waited for the Prime Minister's reply, but he has disappointed all of us. It was a regular monotonous speech with full of praises for their own self and criticizing the opposition. I want to make it very clear now. The country is, and the politics is not about Congress and BJP, and opposition is not full of Congress party. I wanted to make it very, very clear about this. And even after that, the Prime Minister's speech failed to answer the doubts of the common man of this country, and a regular speech praising their own selves without any statistics. And Honorable President's speech also is the same. So what is the big deal about it? Nobody is, completely, we are not negative to Adani's growth or, fall. We wanted every corporate house in this country to prosper. But questioning the wrongdoings, if it is negativity,
there was a
drawing a different definition.
No, but Mr. Reddy,
everybody wanted an answer. The answer didn't come. The answer did not satisfy the country.
Mr. Reddy, I want to spend some time without, let everybody speak one at a time and I'll come to all. But I just want all of them to speak sharp, short, crisp and wonderful. Now, simple point I want to establish is, and Riju, don't feel bad, don't keep complaining. I shall start with you. The point is, your party leaders, I mean, if you can call the lady who abuses a leader, and, Mahua Maitra, the dirty abuse she puts out in Parliament, completely without the most indecent behavior. Anyway, now the question here is, the basic thesis, Riju, was that there is an imminent hit on the people of India because of the misfortunes of the Adani group over the last 10 to 15 days. This was the basic thesis around which, as much as you want to deny today, people will remember that you were putting out all these, nightmarish scenarios. Everyone knows. You can deny, no, we didn't, and all, you did. You can say today, no, I don't want to go by a Wall Street short sellers report, but you swore by it 10 days back. Allow me to complete and then you speak. You swore by it 10 days back, you and your party. Hindenburg. Now the fact is, all I want to know, where is the collapse? Which common man has lost money? Which bank has been decimated? Zara bataiye mujhe. Go on.
Okay, thank you. First, and I will only quote facts, and please somebody explain me this. First, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, BJP MP, senior of Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, has made a statement today to the press that Adani's all assets should be nationalized. I don't know why he said that, but he said that.
You tell him to join the Trinamool,
Citibank are not taking Mr. Adani's
Why don't you give him an offer to join the Trinamool?
France has, no, you are not letting me complete now. Again, you will not let me complete. Itna dar kyun hai?
Okay, Riju Datta, you want to finish? I just want to ask one question. In the last 6 months, the biggest investment of the contract which Adani has got in the state of Rajasthan, 60,000 crore rupees contract.
Second biggest
Are you
Bengal.
proving or cancelling? I want an answer.
Second biggest
in Chhattisgarh, 11,000. And in Kerala, the biggest port contract has been given. The state from which Rahul Gandhi is there. So, आप बताइए, Pinari Vijayan, Bhupesh Baghel और Ashok Gehlot. क्या कर रहे हैं भाई?
क्वेश्चन है, अरे
saying on one thing this,
अरे आप बोलिए ना, राहुल गांधी का भारत जोड़ो अदानी ने फर्क किया है, मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं?
Arnab, can I come in?
Please, sir.
He is not answering my question. He is not answering my question. Why not a probe?
Suniye, let me complete the sentence. You are,
sir, you are
let me
BJP
complete the
MP,
sentence,
not Adani Group.
You are asking an investigation on the basis of an institution which is already itself under investigation. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? मतलब जिस पे खुद आरोप लगा हुआ है, उसके आरोप के ऊपर जांच करेंगे. हद होती है बचकानी बात करने की. Hindenburg is itself under investigation, and you are asking investigation on the basis of a private entity saying something outside, and that there should be an investigation. And I quoted half a dozen reports. Investigation करेंगे क्या?
So no investigation.
इसीलिए चलो अपनी सरकार में तो कर दीजिए. बताइए बंगाल ने कितना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैंसिल कर दिया? राजस्थान ने कितना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैंसिल कर दिया? केरल ने कितना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैंसिल कर दिया?
तो आप इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं दोगे तो यही आपका पार्टी का स्टैंड है. नहीं, बीजेपी का यही स्टैंड है तो
आप करिए ना. Why you are not cancelling the contract? Why you are not withdrawing?
पार्लियामेंट में
Mr. Kingra.
अरे भाई मैं तो कह रहा हूं.
अरे हमारे साथ तो सिर्फ MOU साइन हुआ है.
Those who are under investigation, they are saying that there should be an investigation. और वैसे
Mr. Kingra,
beyond
this, and Sudhanshu, yeah.
Sir,
Mr. Kingra of the Congress.
Beyond this heated debate, I would like to point out an interesting fact. अरे भाई रिजू दत्ता जी क्यों आप हाइपर हो रहे हैं?
Mr. Sudhanshu said it.
अरे आप हाइपर हो रहे हैं.
Mr. Sudhanshu said it.
So only Congress.
आप बताएं कि कौन से इंस्टीट्यूशन को कांग्रेस ने निंदा नहीं है? Which institution the Congress has not criticized? Now I want to ask Mr. Sudhanshu, which institution the present government has not abused? They have misused it. Every institution has been misused. Okay, even the Supreme Court had to write a strong letter. Then the judges were cleared. So which institution you have not used?
No, what is your issue? Mr. Kingra, आपकी issue क्या है? बताइए, आप issue बदल रहे हैं.
Exposure of 1%.
What is your issue? Okay, 1 minute, Mr. Revela Sridhar Reddy also ask you a question here. Mr. Reddy of the BRS, go on please. Sudhanshu after that. तीनों के सवाल लेते हैं. Mr. Reddy. Quickly, Mr. Reddy.
Mr. Sudhanshu doubts. See, Mr. Sudha, we don't have any special love towards Hindenburg. When one American consultancy, Morgan Consultancy, I think, when they praise Narendra Modi as the most popular leader in the country, they accept it. Another American firm, when they say something wrong about Adani, They come for the defense. Same time they say it is fraud. It is wrong. What is this double standard? I fail to understand. The question is, the country wanted an answer from the Prime Minister.
But I'm sorry, it is not an agency. Sir, you are not understanding. I need to explain to you, Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, Hindenburg is not an institution, Baba. Hindenburg is a group of 5 people with a dubious background who are under investigation. They are called short sellers. They put out a report to earn some money. It is not a consultancy, Baba. It is a short seller. Abhijit, explain the difference to him. It is not a think tank.
It is a short seller. It is an activist short seller.
They're not a think tank.
They themselves describe themselves as an activist short seller. An activist has a political agenda.
What was the criteria?
Which they're trying to get through stock trading. What a short seller does is that they manipulate markets specifically in order to bring down shares so that they can buy. Their investors are primed to make money from a falling market.
Correct.
In this case, it is particularly nefarious and nebulous because we don't know who Hindenburg is. We don't know who their managerial staff are.
We don't know who their investors are.
Who claims to be vice president. You know, everybody at JP Morgan and all these things are vice president. At least there is transparency. With Hindenburg, there is no transparency at all.
They shouldn't have fallen for it. Riju, you guys have made such a mistake. You've fallen into a political manhole, man. A political manhole. This is ridiculous. Why did you do it? You are going to lose your credibility.
My question is very simple.
Yes, Riju. Riju.
Lots of transparency, and when it comes to their friends, BJP shouts and propagates that we are transparent. Everything is transparent. Na khaunga, na khane dunga. Or last mein sawal puchenge to jawab nahi.
And viewers, this has gone on so far. Anyway, when I come back, when I'm back on the other side, I'm going to look at the whole aspect of a possible conspiracy against the country. Not in the case of Adani alone. No, Adani cannot be equated with India. But there are a sequence of events. There are too many dots that need to be connected. And when I come back, after my opinion piece, I'll have Professor Salvatore of the University of Sydney talking about the possibility of a conspiracy, and a very interesting chat when I'm back in a few minutes.